versus the Cleveland Browns. Miami now enters the bye on a 4-game win streak in sole possession of first place in the AFC East after rushing for a season-high 33 times for 195 yards, 2 TDs. Tua throwing to 8 different pass catchers, and Mike McDaniels coached a heck of a game. So over the last 3 games, as I mentioned, Tua's shown out. He averaged 323 passing yards per game on top of 3 touchdown passes in each, all while helping the Dolphins score 30-plus points for 3 straight games for the first time since 2009. I know I gave you a lot of numbers. Basically, Tua's playing well, and the team's looking really good. So Miami now undefeated in games this season when Tua starts and finishes the game. So tell me this, Dan. Should he be at the top of the MVP convo at this point?
Absolutely, right with Patrick Mahomes. Those guys are 1-1.
Yeah.
And I'm going to hunt down all the people who told me Tua sucked, like Denzel in Man on Fire. Like, I'm gonna find you guys and make sure that you realize all you guys were wrong. The way that Tua is playing right now is off the charts. He's neck and neck with Patrick Mahomes as the MVP. He leads the NFL in basically every category. He's got the best QBR in the NFL. He's actually got a passer rating of over 135 for 3 straight games. You know how many people have done that in the history of the NFL? 1, Tua. The only guy to ever do that. Find me a scarier offense right now to play in outside of maybe Kansas City. The ball comes out of his hands so quickly. He's distributing it. The accuracy, the timing, the touch, the placement of the throws is as good as we've seen candidly since Drew Brees. Prime Drew Brees. That's what this looks like right now. And I'm telling you, everybody, well, ask Ryan when he comes on next hour. There's no defensive coordinator that is not fearing playing against this offense, and it's because of Tua. He's playing as good as you could play, and it's him and Patrick Mahomes right now for MVP.
Well, for me, it's Mahomes. Because Mahomes, number one, let's call it what it is. This brother has been absolutely sensational. We got to give Tua a lot of credit. I'm not taking anything away. 18 touchdowns and 3 interceptions is what it is. Completing over 70% of his passes. It's been impressive, and I get all of that. But I will remind you, you can throw a 5-yard pass to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle and they can take it to the house.
Don't do that.
I'm just saying, it has happened this year. It's not like it hasn't happened. Yesterday, they had a running game. Wilson ran for over 100-something yards. All right, they were running the football effectively. They ran for nearly 200 yards on the day against Cleveland. You're going up against Jacoby Brissett or whatever. Congratulations, you beat them. Nice job. At the end of the day, what it comes down to is this. 40. Listen, I understand that. They were running the football effectively. You were distributing the ball to a lot of different receivers. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle, to me, are a dynamic duo that should petrify defenses around the NFL. These brothers can catch a 5-yard pass and take it to the house. I'm not saying Tua can't throw the long ball because we know that he can do that.
Okay.
But when I'm talking about those intermediate passes, what have you, even though I've seen him do it, I've seen him do it effectively. He deserves a lot of credit. But I've also seen him dip and dunk to those brothers, and those guys take it to the house. These brothers are something special. Tyreek Hill is no longer in KC, and look at what we've seen Patrick Mahomes do. Okay, we didn't see Tua do this until Tyreek Hill joined Waddle. We've seen Patrick Mahomes do this without Tyreek Hill, and Kansas City is balling. Right now, if I had to give the edge, it would be to Patrick Mahomes over Tua, but Tua is in the conversation, deserves a lot of credit.
What about Jalen Hurts?
Jalen's in that conversation, but he's not doing what Tua and could. He's probably in that top 5.
Easiest place to play, why?
Their offensive line's the best. It's the most athletic. A.J. Brown's uncoverable. Devontae Smith's your number 2. Their run game is fantastic, and their defense takes the ball away.
Got it. Based on the team.
Yeah.
He's on the best team. You're saying he's on the best team.
Yes, but he's playing top. He's playing top 5 MVP caliber football.
I agree with you on all those points about Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, here's what I would say. Like, Tua's the best deep ball thrower in football this year.
Okay.
So was Tyreek not lying?
Oh, Tyreek killed us.
Wait. Can I remember when he came on the show a couple times?
And people thought he was crazy.
Tyreek, and he was saying how good Tua was, and like he's just as good as Patrick Mahomes.
That was the part that we all thought was blasphemous, which we were wrong about.
Yeah, but is it not?
Was right about. But let me say this: stop that. We've seen Tua throw the long ball, and Waddle and Tyreek Hill are turning around, backpedaling, waiting for the football.
So you're one of the guys I got to chase down. Because you got like undertones of Tua.
Come on, man. Listen. I'm just being straight. Are we being straight up or not? I thought this was
we are.
All right, so let's be real. What I'm saying to you is this. if you can throw the football and it's got so much damn air on the ball, you can order lunch and dinner, wait for room service and everything else before the ball lands, and there's no defender in the vicinity. I mean, you're going to look pretty good statistically, but if you're watching the games, which you have and you've seen on several occasions, it's not like it's tight coverage and boy, a dime was just dropped in most.
No, that's not tight coverage.
I'm telling you. Listen, oh, really? That's what we doing, y'all?
Oh, that's
come on. Really? Come on, y'all. Come on now. See, come on, man. See, now you're being dishonest. I'm just saying to you.
I'm not being dishonest.
We've seen many plays where these brothers have they've received passes and nobody was nearby. I'm not saying he hasn't made good throws. I'm not saying every throw has not been contested. I'm not saying that. But I'm saying when you talk about I'm bringing up the issue of the deep ball. When we've seen him throw the ball deep, we have seen these brothers open by just Waddle and Tyreek Hill.
You're a hater.
I mean, come on, man.
You're a hater.
Really? I'm not saying
You're
that.
a hater, dude.
Okay.
You're a hater.
I'm not
talking about 50-yard balls down the field.
Listen, I'm telling you, Patrick Mahomes, without Tyreek Hill, is still that dude.
No,
it's still that dude.
100%.
Okay? So I didn't say that Tua doesn't belong in top 3 conversation. Tua's having a tremendous year. He's making lives out of a lot of people.
But you got
I give him a lot of
butt
credit
attached to it.
because of Patrick Mahomes. That's my big butt. Patrick Mahomes.
He sounds like a hater right now. He also said my big butt.
I just said my big butt, as in B-U-T. Okay.
But the way you're implying it is like,
all right.
Like the way you're implying is going, well, guys are just wide open. And of course, Tua's going to have good numbers because those 2 receivers are wide open. And you're not attributing to like the performance by Tua, also him helping those guys get wide open by the way he plays.
Oh, Lord.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. What I'm saying is, what was he looking like before Tyreek Hill arrived?
Can we agree to disagree? Because I feel like this argument can go on forever.
Why would you expect him to look as good as without
I'm saying
to
you, when you got an electrifying brother to throw the ball to, whether it's 5 yards or whether he's wide open down the field for 50 yards with nobody in a 10-yard radius, I mean, damn, you're going to look pretty good.
Can I give you a name that I think is going to somehow creep into the MVP conversation?
Sure, Dan.
Justin Fields.
No.
He's
good.
Dan,
He's good. I like him. I like what I'm seeing from him, but MVP conversation, go get drug tested. That's ridiculous. Not this year, no.
Yeah. He's going to creep into the MVP conversation.
Yeah, I know you wanted to show him some love, and that's fine. But
he was watching Michael Irvin, his playmaker segment last year. Justin Fields, I got to give it to him. They said he couldn't play. They said he couldn't play, but he can play. Him and Ryan Clark, that's what you're talking about?
Do you know what offense leads the NFL in scoring over the last month?
So?
I'm assuming it's the
Chicago Bears.
So?
Do you know who scored the most amount of touchdowns in the NFL last month?
What's their record?
I'm pulling it right now.
What's their record?
The record matters.
What's the
record? We played to win the game. Herm was here on Friday. Didn't you watch the show?
They win the game.
Guys.
Bears, they're last in the division. They're 3-7. Get it together.
I apologize.
No, they've scored
I give you credit. My bad. I apologize, Dan Orlovsky. Dan Orlovsky, I apologize to you. I give you credit where credit is due for consistency. Because you started off the show saying Jim Moore was the coach of the year. You probably like deep dish pizza, too. In college football. You started off the show saying 6-5, Jim Moore was the coach of the year in college football.
He's
not coach of the year. He's not coach of the year.
Give me the coach of the year.
Magic, Stephen A.
I can give him that.
Sonny Dykes is in the conversation.
I can give Kirby Smart that. I can give a
Kirby Smart?
Excuse me. Georgia, the reigning national champions, are still undefeated.
You know what?
They won the national title last year.
So what? You 6-5.
Can you tell me about the quarterback situation?
Their starting quarterback's been out. They've won 3 games in like 5 years.
Zion, welcome to Zion.
Are ratings important to you? We ain't going to get him talking about UConn football. Let's move on. Just stop it. Stop it. Just stop it.
That would stink.
Congratulations, Mr. Moore. You're doing a good job. I like you a lot, okay? I like you a lot, and I wish you nothing but the best. Stop it. Ratings are important. We ain't going to get no damn ratings talking about UConn football. Stop it. Stop it right now. Both of you. Stop
Justin
it.
Fields is going to play himself into the MVP
Coming up
conversation.
next,
okay.
we go to Germany. Teflon Tom, in true Buccaneer fashion, sailed to Munich, captured a win, but did they have a shot in the NFC? Dan brought it on with the second time. No. Find out what our crew thinks next.
He did.
Oh, he did? And up north, we had the game of the year after some costly